In the vast, sunburned expanses of Australia, where red earth meets endless sky, a question emerges. Is Australia's beloved kangaroo a cherished icon or an agricultural adversary? From the earliest days of colonial art to modern logos on sports jerseys, the kangaroo has long symbolized a boundless vitality, a vibrant connection to the land. Today, we embark on a journey through breathtaking landscapes and intimate interviews to uncover a dual narrative steeped in national pride and ecological tension. In a slow, deliberate cadence of sweeping aerial views over arid outback plains and serene coastal inlets, we witness nature's quiet grandeur. The rust-hued soils and sparse vegetation whisper stories of survival and adaptation. Under the expansive Australian sky, the kangaroo bounds effortlessly, a living emblem of resilience and freedom. Its silhouette against the fiery horizon hints at mystery and undeniable grace. A nation has carved its identity around this creature, celebrating its agility and its unmistakable presence. Yet hidden beneath the surface, a deeper struggle unfolds. Beneath the vibrant imagery lies a more intricate tale. Kangaroos are endowed with remarkable biological adaptations that defy ordinary expectations. Their ability to pause embryonic development, known as embryonic diapause, is not merely a quirk of nature, but a sophisticated reproductive strategy that synchronizes births with favorable environmental conditions. Imagine a creature capable of waiting for the perfect moment to welcome a joey into the world, a subtle, almost poetic defiance of nature's harsh unpredictability. This biological marvel, along with their impressive, muscular tail, sometimes described as a fifth limb, and even the curious tendency to favor one paw over the other, imbues the kangaroo with an enigmatic allure and scientific fascination. Yet as we immerse ourselves in this celebration of life and adaptation, a contrasting narrative takes shape. In rural communities and farmlands, the increasing numbers of kangaroos impose stark challenges. Recent figures reveal that in New South Wales, the kangaroo population surged from 10.9 million in 2021 to 11.8 million in 2022. The result is a dramatic escalation in human-wildlife interactions that reverberates across the pastoral landscape. Farmers, whose livelihoods depend on the careful management of land, find themselves in a delicate balance with nature. Large mobs of kangaroos can overgraze pastures, stripping the earth of vital vegetation and reducing biodiversity in delicate ecosystems. This growing presence intensifies an already fraught relationship between conservation ideals and practical economic survival. Our journey now shifts from admiration to inquiry as we delve into the human perspective. Interviews with farmers paint a picture of economic hardship and mounting frustration. These are voices of pride and pain, where the cultural symbolism of the kangaroo collides sharply with real-world challenges. Every day, as farmers survey depleted fields and witness the ravages of overgrazing, a question lingers: can this national symbol remain unburdened by the consequences of its natural proliferation? In intimate, candid conversations under the wide Australian sky, farmers describe their daily struggles with an unwavering tone. They speak of pastures trampled and livelihoods threatened, each testimony building a mosaic of conflict. Their words are measured yet laden with urgency, revealing a humane desperation to find solutions that balance conservation with economic stability. Experts in wildlife management provide additional insight. They explain that the dramatic population increases are a natural response to improved environmental conditions, a biological fact that, when left unchecked, can lead to degradation of the very land that sustains all life. This intersection of natural phenomenon and human enterprise creates a tension that challenges traditional narratives. The kangaroo's duality becomes more apparent as we transition to a discussion of controversial culling practices. Culling, often enforced as a method of population control, stokes fierce ethical debates. Here lies the human cost of wildlife management. The harsh reality is not only felt in economic statistics, but also in the tragic fate of many joeys left orphaned in the wake of mass removals. Animal welfare activists and conservationists argue that these methods, while perhaps necessary in certain contexts, often fail to acknowledge the inherent value of life. They point to alternative strategies such as fertility control using contraceptives like gonacon, techniques developed to reduce numbers without resorting to lethal force. Gazing into the unyielding eyes of nature's complexity, we reflect on the tragic irony at the heart of the kangaroo debate. Here exists a creature celebrated in art and folklore, yet one caught in a turbulent ripple of ecological imbalances and ethical dilemmas. Intimate interviews with wildlife experts reveal the profound implications of overgrazing, changes in plant diversity and soil composition that threaten other native species. As the kangaroo's numbers surge, the ripple effect touches every corner of the ecosystem. An intricate dance unfolds, a struggle for balance between the forces of nature and human intervention. At this juncture, the narrative begins to shift. Together, we witness passionate voices from within the conservation community demanding more sustainable, ethical approaches to wildlife management. Well-meaning initiatives underscore the importance of understanding ecosystem dynamics instead of enforcing draconian measures. Here, a vision of coexistence emerges, a hope that instead of treating the kangaroo as a mere pest, society might choose to see it as a vital participant in the ecological tapestry. Their voices propose strategies that might mitigate damage to the land while preserving the living legacy of the animal. Their words echo across the landscape like a gentle plea. Find harmony between tradition and modern conservation imperatives. Amid these discussions, the dramatic outlines of the kangaroo's biology re-emerge as a reminder of nature's ingenuity. Consider, for example, the kangaroo's exceptional locomotion that has fascinated scientists for decades. These animals move with a grace that belies the brute strength needed to navigate harsh terrains. Their powerful hind legs and balancing tail enable them to leap great distances, while their unique form of reproduction ensures that they can adapt dynamically to the shifting rhythms of the natural world. Their ability to pause pregnancies until conditions improve speaks of an animal perfectly tuned to the challenges of survival. It is this inherent, unyielding adaptability that underpins both admiration and controversy, for the very traits that make the kangaroo a resilient icon also contribute to its overabundance in certain areas. As we set our focus on the raw human impact of this biological phenomenon, the documentary's tone grows both contemplative and urgent. The narratives of farmers interlace with those of wildlife management professionals who have witnessed firsthand the stress on ecological systems. A farmer recalls with measured sorrow how vast herds can strip a field bare. His voice, heavy with responsibility, reflects centuries of struggle between nature and civilization. Simultaneously, experts in ecological sustainability urge that our current methods of population control be re-examined through a lens of compassion and scientific inquiry. Their message is clear: every creature, whether seen as a national treasure or an agricultural challenge, deserves to be considered with both heart and reason. Powerful testimonies from community leaders and conservationists detail how non-lethal management strategies are beginning to take hold. Trials of fertility control, increased investments in habitat restoration, and cooperative efforts between agricultural sectors and wildlife experts are paving the way to a future where the kangaroo may once again be viewed through a lens of balanced appreciation. The promise of these methods stirs the imagination as the landscape heals and communities adapt to new, more ethical models of coexistence. In our journey, the Hawaiian sunset transitions into cooler twilight, echoing the need for introspection. Even as disputes remain unresolved, the dialogue has shifted. There is growing consensus that the dual identity of the kangaroo, as both emblem and enigma, demands an approach that integrates respect for wildlife with the practical realities of human enterprise. Experts now emphasize adaptive management, rooted in continuous scientific research and ethical commitment. They remind us that true progress requires more than reactive measures. It demands a thoughtful re-examination of our relationship with nature. We begin to appreciate that this is not a battle of man versus animal, but rather a complex negotiation between an ever-adapting ecosystem and humanity's own economic and cultural aspirations. The kangaroo's story, rich with evolutionary marvels and historical significance, invites us to reconsider our priorities. Its image, immortalized on the national coat of arms, challenges us to see beyond symbolism and recognize the living, breathing fabric of nature, which is inextricably linked to our own destiny. The dialogue becomes even more evocative when the voices of indigenous communities join the chorus. These custodians of the land, whose traditions are deeply interwoven with Australia's natural heritage, offer insights that bridge ancient wisdom with modern science. They speak of the kangaroo not merely as a resource or a nuisance, but as a sacred element within a broader tapestry of life. Their reflections remind us of the delicate rituals of stewardship and the importance of honoring the natural order. In their narratives, the call for sustainable coexistence resonates deeply, serving as a beacon for future policy decisions. As day transitions to night, our exploration nears its reflective conclusion. The narrative has led us through a journey of contrasts, of admiration and reproach, of biological wonder and ecological strain. We have delved deep into the kangaroo's mystique, from its graceful, unpredictable leaps across open landscapes to the sobering realities faced by those who manage its impact on the land. The ethical dilemmas of culling and the human costs of overpopulation have come into sharp focus, yet so too have the innovative possibilities that lie in reimagining wildlife management. Each voice, whether that of a dedicated farmer, an impassioned conservationist, or an insightful indigenous elder, adds a unique hue to this layered narrative. In the soft glow of the evening, the documentary gently guides us toward a hopeful path forward. Here, reflection and action merge in a call for renewed understanding. The promise of non-lethal, scientifically informed management is more than an abstract ideal. It is a tangible possibility that can ensure the preservation of life and the continuity of Australia's unique ecosystems. Conservationists detail how strategies like GonaCon are not just scientific experiments, but pioneering efforts to honor life while addressing pressing ecological challenges. They emphasize that sustainable coexistence is possible when human practices adapt to nature's rhythms rather than imposing destructive control. A turning point is reached when we consider that the true measure of our legacy lies in our ability to harmonize with the environment. The kangaroo, in all its symbolic glory and contentious reality, stands as a mirror reflecting our own struggles with progress, intervention, and respect for natural order. Its incredible biology, left-handed quirks, the power of a swift tail, and the uncanny ability to regulate reproduction invites us to marvel at evolutionary genius while recognizing the profound responsibility that comes with stewardship of the land. This narrative is not one of unmitigated either-or judgments. Instead, it is an invitation to consider the complexities that define our ecological and cultural landscapes. The journey now moves toward a measured, poetic conclusion. Sweeping shots of golden landscapes, vast eucalyptus forests, and the rhythmic cadence of the Outback set the stage for reflection. In these quiet moments, the documentary's exploration crystallizes into a powerful message. Our nation's identity is deeply bound with nature's unpredictable rhythms, and every creature plays a role in the delicate dance of life. This is not a call to choose a side, but rather a challenge to expand our perspective. It asks us to see the kangaroo as both a symbol of resilience and a participant in a broader struggle for ecological balance. In a final, stirring appeal, The voices of experts, activists, and community members converge. They speak with gentle urgency of the need to reframe our approach to wildlife management. Together, these voices articulate a future where technological advances and ethical considerations work in tandem. They envision a regulatory framework that prizes humane practices, respects both the land and its inhabitants, and preserves Australia's cultural heritage without sacrificing environmental integrity. The narrative's cadence slows, inviting deep contemplation. Every argument, every personal testimony, and every passionate debate reinforces the insight that our greatest challenges are best met with empathy and innovative thought. The kangaroo, for all its contradictions, remains an enduring invitation to reconsider what it means to be both a nation and a caretaker of the natural world. Its journey from a revered national emblem to a subject of ethical and ecological concern is not a story of decline, but a call to evolve. Our challenge is to embrace complexity, seeking solutions that balance the needs of ecology with the imperatives of human livelihood. As the final light of day fades, we invite you to join in this movement of reflection and reform. Embrace the challenge of reconciling national symbolism with ecological necessity. Cherish the beauty of the kangaroo while advocating for practices that ensure a thriving environment for all. Join us in rethinking our relationship with kangaroos and advocating for sustainable, ethical wildlife management practices.